Our authentic self is hidden behind lies. The biggest lie is we are told that it is about what we do, not who we are. So, tell me about yourself. Well, it's actually kind of funny. I create YouTube videos on the side. Well, I'm basically a stay-at-home dad, and I'm going to school to finish up an environmental science degree. No, I mean, tell me about yourself. Oh, yeah, I guess I don't really know who I am. It's hidden behind our own pervasive thoughts that hold us back. My mom really wanted me to become an interpreter, so maybe I should just follow the expectation. She does know best, after all. I mean, so much more life experience. It is hidden behind what we perceive others believe about us. I can't believe I'm such an idiot. How could I have said that? How could I have ever shown my face there again? Nobody is going to like me. They're going to remember this forever. I can't believe. So stupid. I am still trying to figure out my authentic self. I feel like every day I'm getting closer to it, but it's still just outside of reach. In order to change that, I went online. I tried to figure out how I can live more authentically. And that's where I found some stuff that will help me, and since I'm sharing with you, you live more authentically. First, we need to ask ourselves these 3 simple questions. Remember, be honest with yourself, as these are only meant to help you and not really for anybody else's eyes. What are 3 words that define your personality? Write them down. Put them in your journal. What are 5 things that interest you the most? And then lastly, what defines you? Remember, this is your vices, this is your virtues, this is your strengths and your weaknesses. What encompasses you? Write them down in your journal. Think about them. Really meditate on what these things are. Once you have written these in your journal, it's time to take a mental and emotional path towards making real change in your life. Let's go see what that looks like. So, Psychology Today gave us some ways that we can actually embrace who we are. To truly embrace ourselves, we need to be able to accept who we are. We need to be able to accept us for us, which means that we need to accept our past. We need to accept our present, and we need to accept our future. Once we figure out how to embrace all 3 aspects of us, we can start to live in a more authentic way. So what does that mean? Live in a way that's more authentic. It means making choices that are true to you. Once you figure out who you are, you make choices based on who you are. Not for anybody else, but for you. One of my biggest issues is I get so stuck in how I believe others are perceiving me. I almost get this social anxiety when I'm sitting here trying my hardest to be true to me. And it is a struggle. One way to get over that and live authentically you, according to your identity, is to step back and think, why am I thinking this way? What is the cause? Is there any truth to it? And being a critical thinker about the thoughts that you're having, these limiting thoughts. As you step back and experience these thoughts from the outside looking in, instead of letting the thoughts dictate you, you actually begin to start to dictate the thoughts. And that stops the limiting belief and lets you move on to the next plane. I love that idea. We'll see how that works. Alongside that, stop worrying about how others perceive you. This can be very difficult, especially for somebody like myself who has always wrapped their self-identity in how others perceive them. You want to know what the truth is? The truth is we don't know how other people perceive us. We don't. We're not mind readers. We don't have a link to their brainwaves. We don't know exactly what they're thinking. So why waste our time worrying about the perceptions of others? We need to worry about ourselves. We need to worry about how we feel about ourselves. And one way to do that is stop living in fear of how people perceive us and start living in a way that we will be remembered the way that we want to be remembered. The most important part about this self-discovery, authentic living journey is that it is a journey. Embrace it. Have fun with it. The coolest thing about being on a self-discovery journey is that you get to try new things. And that is where it's at.